When we're out there dancing on the floor, darling, and I feel like I need some more, and I feel your body close to mine, and I know my love, it's about that time. Make me feel mighty real, make me feel mighty real. You make me feel mighty real. You make me feel mighty real.
Whoa ha, whoa ha ha, whoa ha, whoa ha ha, whoa ha, whoa ha ha, whoa ha, whoa ha ha. Whoa ha, whoa ha ha, whoa ha, whoa ha ha, whoa ha, whoa ha ha ha, whoa ha, wah. Ooh, ooh, ha ha ha. Whoa ha ha. Whoa ha ha ha. Whoa ha ha ha. Whoa 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 ha ha.
Whoa ha ha ha. Whoa ha ha ha. Whoa ha ha ha. Whoa ha cocaine.
Straight from our cocaine era is Jaden XD. I am XD, aka I like the album.
I'm Jade, aka that nigga's eating beans, cause he you flip flopping ass nigga.
I'm not flip flopping. I explained in the pre-show.
You did. Nah, he likes it.
No. And all that good stuff. But anyway, welcome to the show, the blackest show about nothing.
It's Jaden XD.
Yeah. It's a good time. Wang dang doodles and things.
Mm-hmm.
How was your week?
It was a very busy and very good week. If you want the deets, you got to get up on that Patreon, because we got a little bonus content for you all, especially with the next couple of weeks coming up. But yeah, it was a good week overall. I saw Krungbin in concert at Celebrate Brooklyn, and then I saw Erica the next day at Celebrate Brooklyn.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's always interesting to pay $75 to be in Prospect Park, but you do what you got to do.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Celebrate Brooklyn is in Prospect, but it is a ticketed event, which, my conscience would like to believe that the monies collected for such said event are going towards the upkeep, the cleaning and all that stuff of the park. I don't know how you take many people times 75 and how much that takes to clean the park, but whatever.
Yeah,
it was vibes.
I'm surprised it's not a part of Summer Stage.
Or no, it's not Summer Stage. It's Celebrate Brooklyn specifically.
Oh wow. Well,
yeah.
I mean, if it supports the artists and their black artists and support artists in general,
Krungbin has one black artist, so it's like those businesses that be putting black owned on their Google page, even though it's only like one of them.
Like when Maroon 5 says they're diverse and they only have PJ Morton.
Look, and we love PJ, okay? We love Stevie Light, but
yeah,
Maroon. Everybody forgot there was a nigga in the group for a long time. I'm gonna be even
I
more
don't know.
honest. Me neither. until I did. I thought it was
Yeah,
just.
until I
I thought
did.
it was just the front facing beauty queen of 18 Dreams or whatever the fuck. I thought it was just
Eh,
that nigga and some.
Yeah. No, and honestly, this came up recently because we've been binging old episodes of Project Runway on Tubi,
Oh, okay.
and one of the people in the Maroon 5, the people in the Maroon 5, one of the band members from Maroon 5, his sister was a contestant on season 12, I think.
Okay.
So, like, every time they talked about her, they zoomed in on a picture of her brother, and it's always like a blur of this black person in the and like the montage of like, oh yes, it's PJ.
It was PJ.
Yeah, you know,
Oh.
it is what it is.
Yeah. I mean, listen. I'm a big. I love PJ. I do. I.
Yeah,
I just completely didn't know that information until not too long ago, and still continue to forget it.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's fine.
That's all.
It's like learning, that Hootie and the Blowfish, like that Darius Rucker's real name is actually Darius Rucker and not Hootie.
Yeah, or finding
Yeah,
out the girl from Pretty Little Liars is black.
and which one? The
Ex-
one that the brown one?
You would think, but no.
Who? Wait.
I feel like I've told you this before, but I'm gonna re-reveal it to
Who?
you. Hold on. I'm about to tell you.
STFU, who? Because
I
that's
don't
the
know
only
nobody's
one.
name. Hold on.
And no, we've been down this road before.
We have.
And I don't remember who's black. I remember
Hold
saying
on.
it's the brown one who was the lesbian, and you were like, no, because
No.
she's actually white. And I was like, really?
Oh, here we go. Hold on. Let me do a zoom in.
Really? Like, is she like black? Like she had a black
Her
daddy,
mama.
or is
No,
she
her
like?
mama is half or some shit like that, but it's on the mother side.
Oh wow! So
Mhm.
she really is not like Demi Lovato at 1% black.
No, child. No. I'm sorry, XD. Take that out. Uh.
Yeah, I'll put that in there. Speaking of,
99.99. Just bleep it.
yeah, did you see where they put on pause one of the niggas from what's the Mountain Mike? No, that's pizza. Magic Mike. One of them niggas.
I was like, Mountain Mike, isn't that a
that's a
listener, a
pizza
supporter?
Yeah, it is. Go support him. He does black people who hike.
My kind of shit. I can't
Yeah.
wait to join one of his hikes.
Yeah, he told me to join one day, and I was like, "Ooh, I know it's nature, but do you know how hot it is?"
Don't.
But one day I
Let
will
me.
do it.
Mountain. Is it Mick or Mike? Because it's
Mike.
MIC. Mountain Mike. Don't invite XD on your hikes. He will.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
Listen, I know like my homeboy Josh did it. Josh was the one on the cast members on the show I did. Like I know like people do it and it looks fun, and I'm gonna do it. Remember I told you I used to hike a lot
I
with
know,
my uncle.
but you know. Okay, you
But I'm
gonna do it
also-
with me then,
Okay, you can't do it because you.
motherfucker. I hike, nigga.
But you have a snake. You have a fear of snakes.
I do.
That's why I can't go hiking
And-
with Chris Rogers like that because he has a fear of snakes. And up
And
there
yet I
running and
hike.
stuff.
I still hike.
I hike.
I hike. I
Okay.
hike. I
So
hike.
let's hike. We
Let's
can
go
do
hiking,
it.
nigga. Let's go join one of Mountain Mike's excursions, and we're gonna go
Yeah.
hike and shit.
Okay. As long as we're allowed to bring herbal substances. and things.
What? I don't hike without weed. Please.
That's fair. No, we're gonna do it. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. That'll be fun.
Jaden XD hike featuring Mountain Mike.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
I see that.
I see
That
it.
could be content.
Hello, creators.
Yeah, yeah. Work us. But anywho, so you had, oh yes, your trip on Patreon.
Mm-hmm.
My last week, it's been a, still day is still in a blur, but hey, I keep holding on. Um, Also, if you guys didn't know, Abe is on vacation,
Yes, he
so it's
is.
just, I edited last week, so it's gonna be just the same as this week. I'm just letting you know now. you
Bland.
know.
No, I'm just playing. I
Yeah.
don't even know what it sounded like.
No, I changed. Listen, we moved into a new era where we left Golden Girls and we've left and we
Oh.
moved to Frasier transitions
Oh,
because I feel
have
like
we?
yeah, we have. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
hmm
Hmm.
There's a. I watched the episode of Frasier. I watch Frasier every day, but the episode that came on with when Kim Coles was on, and he have you ever seen that clip where he does a black woman skit? Because basically he's afraid to tell Sinclair that she's overstepping her boundaries at her job. At the
Yes.
job.
Yes. I used to watch Frasier.
Yeah.
I
See, that
hold
makes
on.
sense.
Question: why have we never had Seinfeld transitions? Doesn't that make the most sense?
Yeah, but I thought that'd be a little on the nose.
I guess
I mean,
so.
we can.
Like, I think we should do different ones, like each episode. Like maybe like
Ooh, Abe's not gonna like that.
sister. Nah, it's fun for him. And then like
Okay.
we'll do a little 227. We'll do some
No place like home.
let me
Coming
see,
back from the
who
commercial
else?
break.
What other
Ain't
transitions?
no place, child.
Um. Oh man.
Or like how Living Single, where they used to have like a single.
Yes,
Do, do,
like
do, do, do,
we
do.
should take various transitions and use them.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
I like that.
Then you got to tell Abe which ones to do every week. Then.
I will be in charge of that.
Okay. Okay. But you're getting Frasier today.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. Do Seinfeld? No, I'm just playing. Oh, Seinfeld.
Is what I have on my computer right now. So that's
Okay,
what's going
fair.
on.
It's like, I'm not downloading anything new, bitch. Well, how was your week? How was your week?
Oh, it was a little cloudy, a little hazy, but I'm pressing on.
Like a nail.
I have been trying not to think and numb stuff, so I've been playing The Sims. Let me tell you about The Sims. I'll tell you about my storyline, and it's not something I'm purposely making them do. These are things that they have all decided to do on their own.
Mm-hmm.
So I did create this family called the Winstons. They're a Jamaican family. So it's Delroy Winston, who's the father, and there's Terry Ann, who's the mother. And they have two teenage twins, Chloe and Christian.
Okay.
Now, the drama, you ready?
Yeah.
Terry Ann don't find Delroy sexually attractive anymore. And I want to say that this isn't modded. This is straight the game that I'm playing. So she is no longer sexually attracted to him, and now she exclusively only has sex with women. So, so Delroy is frustrated, and so therefore, because they have a chicken coop in the back, and so he talks to the chickens and he expresses his frustration because he's frustrated because his wife won't return his affection the same way, right? So he's frustrated. He talks to the chickens, and so the chickens are depressed. And so whenever the chickens get ornery, he trades them, DK, which means he sells them or kills them for meat. So then Chloe is a non-gender conforming female presenting person.
Okay.
Teenager. That's what I have. That's what she
Yes.
is. That's what they are. Excuse me. And Chloe is, fashion forward, and they happen to they're into this girl named I forgot her. Oh shit, Terry Ann. Terry Ann's trying to fuck her neighbor Janae.
What the fuck?
who's married to Marcus, and Marcus and
Marcus.
Dilroy don't get along. And I only play with black people in my Sims
Okay, wait.
because
Now hold on. Just a goddamn minute. How do you make these characters do all of this?
it's I have full autonomy on, so this is their thinking of what they want to do.
So you type in what's happening and then like what happened.
I tell them when to go to the bathroom. Their interactions, I
So
let them do on
you
their own.
are playing weird God and making that nigga talk to chickens.
Oh yeah, because he has to
Okay.
release his like sadness, and he has nobody else to talk to because his kids are going through stuff. Because Chloe is in love with this girl who's a total bitch, and like,
This is
like
a fully developed storyline. Like,
yeah, and then Christian, he's going through it. Like he's a messy bitch that lives for drama at school, but he's also defiant. So like the other day, he snuck out of the house to go with his Latina girlfriend Luz, who influenced him to come because she called and was like, "Hey, you want to come over? There's nobody home." True story. You can ask Chris Rogers because it happened.
no,
Because I
I
showed him the
believe, but you
screen.
made it happen. You did this.
No, Luz called him.
But you said you are controlling it.
I tell them when to go to the bathroom, but their interactions, I'll tell like if there's a goal I need them to do, like I need you to make a friend, I'll make certain things. But as far as like their dynamics and stuff, they choose on their own.
Did you make Stacey Ann a lesbian or
No, she chose that. I make all of my Sims like they can experiment to choose what they want to do. So I leave it open to them to decide what they want to do.
okay? So okay, and did you make this nigga become friends with chickens or
No, they're Jamaican and he doesn't have so he's like he has a bunch of jobs. So like he tends to his chickens and then crops, and then he goes to work. He has a bunch of odd jobs like gardener, and then he also does like whatever they do, like save the whales or whatever, or llamas in The Sims. He has varying jobs. He also makes candles and sells them
okay?
on their eBay system. Um,
Okay. Mhm.
yeah, yeah. The son also knits, and so like he's also like when he's troubled, he sits and knits with his mother. But he's also thinking about dropping out of high school. It's very complicated.
Meow, zoom, 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 meow, meow, meow.
Telling you, one day I'm gonna get you into The Sims. It's.
Are
I'm
you?
surprised you don't play it as a Virgo. You know, it's very.
So, Nikki plays The Sims. Nikki
Uh huh.
NL Makeup. Shout out to NL Makeup. Plentiful brows. Get you a black-owned woman
Get you
eyebrow
one.
line. Um,
Best eyebrow pencil you ever had.
I
Trust
mean,
me.
truly, like I'm telling you the truth. Nikki plays The Sims, and she's created this whole world of like, um, Crystal and myself and Shariel and Kia and Fran and her and our and other Nikki, and it's this like very fascinating, very thought out world that she's created. It's almost like a Lux living single, and it looks like all of us. It's nuts.
One day, I think we should do a reaction to this girl named Kia. She does videos on YouTube with Sims, and so she has different let's plays and stuff. So like, there's one she has like Olivia, and she died of like cardiac arrest because she was trying to make a YouTube video while angry. But she has like these extreme violence plays where like she made a whole bunch of old Sims and like put the extreme violence mod and had it set on autonomy. And
Wait
she
a
locked them all
minute.
in a house.
Extreme violence mod. What does that include?
Exactly what you mean. Like niggas is killing each other with chainsaws and like guns and things. Listen, go to it. Keeyuh. Yes, she's on YouTube and on Twitch. She's she's very entertaining. She's very loud, but she's very entertaining. She makes me laugh. Um, I'm gonna show you. You're going to be entertained. I promise. because at first I thought it was weird too, but then I laughed.
Okay, check us out on Patreon. Oh,
Oh yeah, let's
oh,
pay some bills, right?
wait,
Oh,
hold
go
on.
ahead.
I have to say thank you for. I'll pay bills this week. I don't mind.
Okay,
If you hear me
okay.
mumbling in the background of XZ paying bills, that's just me taking mental notes. Um, that's also not a guarantee that I will remember everything. But here we go. First and
Okay.
foremost,
Hmm.
shout out to Makosa. I did do Makosa this weekend.
Oh yes,
Yes, it
yes.
was the first in-person Makosa for me. There was one more last month, but it was the first in-person one since the pandemic has started. Um, I was very grateful it was outside with everything else still going on. But it was a good time. It wasn't overcrowded, but it still was a chance for niggas to dance in open air. And who could ask for more? I made tostadas, roasted chicken, representing for the culture, obviously, and of course, um, tostadas, curried beans, because I had to throw a couple of our regulars in
Your
there.
brains are so good. I'm
Thank you
so
so much.
mad.
It was a really good batch too. It was almost like refried, almost like very saucy, because I did the tostadas. So, tostadas, curried beans, roasted pulled chicken, that was marinated. I did avocado, pineapple mango salsa, shredded
Yes, I
lettuce.
love a fresh pineapple mango
I had to add
salsa.
just a pop of that fresh. Pickled radishes, red onion, and red cabbage. Um, and freckle sauce, obviously, our staple sauce and signature
Signature.
sauce. And cilantro lime crema. And cotija cheese. And so, I paid tribute to For the Culture, paid tribute to, my West Indian child, the Mexican roots. It was all just combined in one. It was very delicious. I was very, very pleased. And I had to hold it down for Santana and I, who you can actually find. I'm not sure if she's posted the menu just yet, but check into her social media because September 4th, she's doing a pop up. So make sure you check
Mm.
out Santana September 4th. I will try to find the link to that and put that in the description box as well. So that was Makosa. You'll find
So
out
you can
about
start
the.
from the.
Oh,
You
hold
can
on.
start from the.
Hold on. There was one more thing. The concert stuff I'll talk about. Oh! Actually, we'll talk about this after the break. Remind me to tell you about a show I saw over the weekend. Okay, let's pay some bills finally. First and
Go
foremost,
for
thank
it.
you so much for listening to Jade and XD every week and supporting us. Please continue to rate us 5 stars on whatever listening platform that you are currently on. That is what helps us to pay bills and to put the numbers out there so that people actually want to advertise on this motherfucker. Make sure you check us out on YouTube. Okay, we have done videos and recaps and all kinds of things and released a lot of never before seen public footage because it's been living on Patreon. But don't you fret, Patreon users, because you all get new shit every single week. So make sure you subscribe to the Jaden XD Patreon. It is $9.99, where you get endless recaps, reaction videos, bonus episodes, niggas talking shit, and sometimes a big toe. And then, hold on, YouTube, the 5 stars, Patreon. Yeah, I think that's it.
Everything else you can find in the description box wherever you're listening. Just click on the link tree.
All right, hit it, Claude. Yeah.
Wait.
Oh, wait.
Before we go, we should announce it now.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
Yeah. So, Jaded XD is going on a break now.
Yes.
Don't be alarmed. It's nothing. I mean, I guess nothing too bad, but you guys kind of know what's going on. So my grandmother's funeral is coming up, and so because we had to wait because there's a COVID backlog. So if you have a death in the family, be prepared to wait, unless if there's like religious, things. You know what I mean?
Right.
And in the way, but and also Jade is going on vacation. Y'all heard last week that she is not taking her daughter.
Hey!
She is
Hell
going to do
no.
butt stuff in Jamaica.
Wow. Wow. Only if they have a bidet.
No, well-deserved vacation with her husband. So, I mean, niggas got to take a little summer vacation.
Nigga, I'm going to sit naked on a horse with some steel, whatever the fuck's holding up my titties.
Named Renee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm going to drop it like a thotty. And I'm gonna go break my soul. I'm going to
I know that's right, and I am so happy for you, friend.
Yeah, an alien fucking superstar, nigga. Okay, I'm going to remix. Unique, Nick.
But we will be back in September, so. We might sprinkle in some things here and there for you, so some prizes. But we will be back in September. Please continue to listen because the episodes will be coming. It just might be a different versions of things.
Yeah.
But we'll be back with new episodes in September.
Septiembre, Virgo season.
Yeah.
But shout out to the Leos. It's Leo season. Shine, Leos.
That's why we had to leave.
Stop it. I'm a Leo moon.
That's why you like to be a drag queen. That's why.
I think that's where it that in my anger. That's where it shines. That's where
fair.
She jumps out. Do you know what it's like to internally be a Virgo and a Leo? Nigga, it is like fucking Prince and Michael Jackson. Like, it's motherfucking.
You hate yourself every day.
Every day. Like, every day. I be cussing myself out.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It'd be like that. But anywho, stay tuned. More episode of Jaden XD is about to get real problematic. I'll tell you that right now. So you can take us to commercial now.
Hit it, Claude.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
And we're black. So today, we're talking about random things that we have really strong opinions about, which is typically this show's premise. But
They're like, how many ways do you all remix the theme of this show?
yeah.
As many ways as we can, nigga. How many times do you eat beans in a week?
Okay.
Don't ask me.
How many chicken dishes? You know what I mean?
Some niggas have been eating roasted chicken every Tuesday and Thursday for all of their lives. Please, just listen to the show.
Yeah. It's a good time.
Yeah.
Would you like to begin?
Yes, I would. This is XD's. This is XD's theme this week. He's the one who came up with this episode because he's feeling extra passionate.
I hate everything for real.
Yeah. But like just ever so there's like a little extra sprinkling of pepper, And so
I'm bringing this back.
Look, you look like a crab.
That's why I said vagina. Unique, Nick.
I know. I'm picturing like talking clam vaginas. It's
Foam posits.
We should create foam posits, walking vaginas. My very first, very strong opinion that I have carried, and this came about in a conversation this week that you all will find out about on Patreon. But I revealed to a group of friends that since very early childhood, I have been extremely leery about whose house I drink milk at. And
that is a very wow. That is disgusting, but that is very, very valid.
Because like you don't just milk is a very intimate thing, right? You know what I'm saying? No, I really feel this.
It is. It is. It is. It is.
It's a
So is
very
mayonnaise.
very intimate thing, and now there's oat milk and this and that, but this should tell you how my my turtles have battled my whole life, because I would ration from the earliest thoughts that I know that I've had, where I would go to like specific cousins or different homegirls or something. I would be like, every time we eat cereal or something for breakfast, I'm like, how long have they had that milk in the refrigerator?
It is a very intimate thing.
And like,
that is very true.
where did they buy that milk? Like, did they buy that milk from the bodega? Because there's something like, I don't really drink bodega milk. It's just, milk is so intimate, and ever since childhood, I have to have a real safe trust for you in order to drink milk at your house.
That is so valid. That's like eating spaghetti at somebody else's house.
You don't do that every day. You be walking in a nigga's house, they got fat noodles, and why is your sauce this weird brown? I don't care. And it's mixed. It's mixed spaghetti, which is the worst. Oh, the noodles mix. Then they chop up the noodles, so it's like noodle rice. It's like 2 inches long. I'm like, these are not noodles. This is beefaroni. I fucking hate it. I agree with you there.
And you gotta eat it with ketchup. It's just so much.
No.
Listen, I hear you.
What's your first one?
This is about to shock you and the whole world. This goes against me as a homosexual.
I mean, I could say that for...
Well, hear me out.
Okay.
But open floor plans. I feel... Oh, hear me out.
Okay.
Hear me out. Open floor plans are the architectural version of talking about someone as if they're not in the room, even though they're right next to you. Because, like, you have this big-ass room of space, and you have to create these areas within the room. And it's like you have a kitchen over, like, you can't ever have private conversations because, again, you have to pretend like something is there that it's not. You know what I mean? And like, why would you start your home off with a lie? Like, you know what I mean? Like, homes are supposed to feel secure. Like, and everybody was like, oh, I want a nice open floor plan. No, you don't. Because when you are cooking salmon croquettes.
Okay,
shit,
so I did think about that.
So, or like frying chicken, like the most beautiful sound you could ever hear. If you play chicken frying quietly, it's almost like prayer.
Unless it's at Oprah's house, then it sounds like it's going to blow up. But please.
Yeah, but that's also because she struggles with turning off the gag now. But she has passing acquaintance on how to operate the wolf.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
My God.
But the point is, having grease in your house, it overcomes your home. It is.
I know, because
I
told you about that time I went to school one day. And they was like, how come y'all smell like pork chops? And I was like, shut the fuck up, nigga. Because my mom made pork chops before she went to work.
Exactly.
Shit.
Exactly.
Like,
it's consuming. And it's nice to have the space where you can confine those things, even if it is a breezeway going through. You know what I mean? But no, you can't do that in your home that's like a Costco.
Stop. Not a Costco. No, you live in a superstore.
You have to set up like, why am I designating areas in my home? That's built
because
in. That's what I paid architects.
You can make it unique. The first time I got busy with an open floor plan is when I saw Big, and I was like, ooh, a loft apartment, like that's, you can do whatever you want with this space.
Yeah.
But I mean, the valid point that you do have is that you do run the risk of everything smelling like pork chops. But at the same time, I mean, there's, mechanisms for that at this point in life.
That, yes. But also, you run the risk of, because this goes into my next thing. Can I go next for my next thing?
I don't give a fuck.
That I feel very strongly about. Instagram interior decorator accounts.
They all look alike.
They all look alike.
Yeah.
It's so weird. And because they all live in Sam's Club ass apartment.
Yeah, I'm like, bitch,
Why?
get the fuck out of this
Because
motherfucker. Get out of the Home Goods.
everything is glam by Amazon.
Oh my god!
Like it is
with words
it is
on the wall.
furry shit. Random brass with that, that chair with the brass and the chair that looks like a vagina.
Yeah, and somebody
like
has a white, fluffy, feathery pillow on a accent chair that might be rose gold.
And you got to do that hi-ya with the pillow thing. You know what I mean?
You know,
it's all the same.
Yeah.
No, and because of that, it's very hard to lend yourself to have different design techniques when you just have this one space, an open floor plan.
No,
you know what
because
I mean?
you know who's
how does it look?
You know who I liked on an architectural design type of situation? Motherfucking Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher's barn, nigga. That is a space. That is a space.
But open floor plans to me are literally hotel lobbies. Think about it.
You just don't like a blank canvas.
There's nothing wrong with a blank canvas.
That's what an open floor plan is.
Okay.
What if I don't want this to be a dining room? What if I want this to be something else? What? You know what I'm saying?
Maybe you have problems with commitment.
Problems with what?
Commitment.
No, maybe I like choices. You fucking hateful bastard. Yo, who the fucking hate on open floor plans? Only this nigga. Only this nigga. I've never. That's a different level.
I feel very strongly because I used to think, oh, I need an open floor plan, but then I got to thinking, it's again like talking about someone as if they're not there. You want me to imagine this living room area? Like, that's a lot of expectation that you're putting on people and yourself to imagine this area in this room is a completely different room space than what's over here. Literally 3 feet away.
I'm going to let you rock. But this is levels, nigga. I just want you to know that. This is levels.
I thought about this a lot because I was like, if I were to buy a home, I watch a lot of House Hunters. Mm-hmm. And so that's what makes me like, yeah, open floor plan. I thought, no. Especially the smell thing.
But there's ways to mitigate that.
But sometimes you don't need to have boiled Fabuloso all through the house. Okay. Sometimes you just need to.
First of all, brain damage. First of all, we've come a long way from them. Although, if you ever need to clear out an Airbnb of your activities for the weekend, sometimes you've got to boil a little CTE lavender essential on the stove. When I tell you it's a tried and true, Jay did that so that you all know what to do.
Yes, boil yourself a little CTE.
Just a little mistoline. It'll knock that right on out, nigga. Swear to God. Okay, I have a strong opinion, but it's in video form, so I'm gonna play it for you.
Dogs could talk, what would they say?
Okay, hold on. Let me start that again. He said if dogs could talk, what would they say? He's asking random people things. And so this is a representation of my very strong opinion.
If dogs could talk, what would they say?
Why Caucasian people should accept their extinction and your over-reliance on in vitro fertilization and your use of birth control pills is really astounding in the world.
Wow. Wow.
That's just my strong opinion. In the form of a small Asian lady who got randomly interviewed on the sidewalk and had that that answer prepared for whatever question she was going to be asked. Mm-hmm. She said, white people, y'all need to accept your extinction. Which brings me to my next very strong opinion. I pray, I meditate, I talk to spirit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not telling y'all what I say because why would I? But one thing that I will put out there, because I mean it, is the fervent demise of evil white people.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I feel like we have a joint opinion about that. I
Yeah.
think, the world should be rid of evil white people.
You know what I'm saying? We were talking about the earth earlier and how there is a limit to what she has capacity for in terms of bullshit. And each day, there's literally a day that they mark. Scientists have done their research. I'm not one of them, where they know what the capacity is for the year. And years past, it used to be November something or other, late November, early December. Nigga, we exceeded the Earth's limit of bullshit on July 28th this year. That is half the year left, and she has nothing more to give.
Yeah, we're low key doomed, bro.
Yeah. High key, nigga.
Yeah, that leads me to my next one, and I know you share the same opinion, but people who litter are really vile human beings.
I hate them.
I think it is so. Yes, there is a bunch of things we need to do else as a planet, but the easiest thing to do was make the neighborhood and place that you live look decent for your not only your neighbors but like children in the neighborhood. Like there's so many, and like because LA is a driving city, there's not a lot of trash cans and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I also think that's a way how they mitigate houselessness, which is a horrible thing to do.
That's terrible.
In regards that, but that's also what they kind of did in New York. But it's they don't have a lot on the sidewalks here. A lot of trash receptacles, so a lot of people just throw shit out the windows of their car.
You know who else doesn't have public trash cans? Japan. And yet, they don't have litter like that.
Yeah. Like, ask any of my friends. You'd be like, I will curse you out for littering. Like, find a fucking trash can, bro.
It's lazy. It's shiftless. It's nasty.
And recycle.
That's another thing. I don't give. I hate when people fight me and they be like, "Well, the stuff that you're recycling don't get recycled anyway." I don't give a fuck. I am going to do my part, and I hope that this can go to the right place. And I know that I don't have control over everything, but what I do have control over is how I move in this world. So if I'm gonna rinse out these plastic containers, I'm gonna rinse this glass shit out. If I can't reuse it, I try to reuse this. If y'all see me on the Patreon, I'll be drinking out of jam jars and all kinds of shit. But like, I try to recycle what I rinse out my to-go shit and put it in. I separate. We separate paper, plastic. Like, come on, guys. It's not that fucking difficult. It takes an extra 2 minutes out of your day.
Right. It's so awful. Just hold on to your garbage until you find a receptacle to put it in. Like, you're not gonna, like, your garbage isn't gonna eat your arm, you know.
Right. My homegirl actually put me onto these laundry detergent sheets. So they come like dryer sheets, and they come in.
I saw them at Wally World.
Yeah, and they have them on Amazon, which I know is another every beast, but they are it comes in a compostable box. So, and it's minimal, just like dryer sheets, but they're sheets, and you put them in your laundry and they turn into soap. And so that helps because when you're buying, I'm an avid Kirkland user, but when you're buying Kirkland detergent or you're buying Tide or whatever, it comes in those giant plastic containers. And so these come in little compostable boxes, and you're able to recycle those. We know that paper and all that can be composted, so we're grateful for that. So like, there are ways for us to try to do our part. And littering is like the bare fucking minimum of being a decent person. And I hope if you're listening to this and you're a nigga who litters, I hope you feel shamed down to your fucking
Same.
groin. I hope that you feel disgusting, because you are. And I want you to change your ways. And if I was your mother, I would talk to you like this too. So it's love, nigga. Like, don't do that. Care about where you live, nigga. We are on the last fucking straw. The last one.
Literally.
Do your part. Fuck.
Right.
And you fucking evil fucking white people with your old skin. Fucking flower demons who are up in Congress and everywhere else with your bills that you're denying because you don't give a fuck about the earth. I hope it comes for you fucking first.
Yeah.
Burn, you fucking roach demons. Burn, White Walkers. Fucking burn. I mean that shit from my fucking shondo. I mean that shit from my solar fucking plexus. Motherfucking burn. Because that is all you deserve to do. You slithery, nasty, nasty individual. What else do you feel passionately about?
About this break we're about to take. Hit it, Claude.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
The award-winning London production of Arthur Miller's Death of a Salesman comes to Broadway this fall for 17 weeks only. And you'll want to be there when Wendell Pierce and Sharon D. Clarke make history as part of Broadway's first Black Loman family. According to the New York Times, Pierce, of our beloved The Wire, gives a heartbreaking performance alongside the formidable, magnificent Clarke, who's coming off a Tony nomination for last season's Caroline or Change. These theatrical titans are joined by Chris Davis, McKinley Belcher III, and the legendary Tony winner Andre DeShields in this electrifying, eye-opening production directed by Miranda Cromwell. This classic hits different when told from the perspective of an African-American family. It's timeless. It's timely. It's time. Get your tickets at salesmanonbroadway.com. Previews begin September 17th at the Hudson Theater. That's salesmanonbroadway.com.
And we're black, with strong opinions about random shit. There's so many that I have strong opinions on.
Yeah.
We were talking about laundry earlier, and on my list I have fabric softener. Fabric softener is a big scam.
Oh yeah.
If you watch it, there's the laundry I forget the show. There's a show on Discovery Plus. It's like the laundry professional, and it's a whole show about doing laundry. Like he takes like old items or whatever, like quilts and things, and help people restore them, and also helps people do regular ass laundry. And a whole bunch and if you do like just random like videos on TikTok and stuff, like, and in personal experience, like, fabric softener really ruins your clothes, and it's a scam. So is laundry sanitizer. Just use vinegar.
I use vinegar and baking soda in my laundry.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Same. Like, laundry detergent, like, it's all a scam, honestly.
It leaves a film.
Wait until I learn how to make my own. Like, I've seen on TikTok how to make your own laundry detergent with the borax and things, but I don't know how these. I'll do that when I get my own.
My own washer and dryer. I know, because I keep all that stuff to do. Because sometimes I'll hand wash certain things and things like that. But because we live in a building, unfortunately, we just have we don't have a choice with certain stuff. But I definitely do. Vinegar and baking soda in the laundry, and now Tristan is pretty much in charge of the laundry, and he knows we get vats of vinegar, nigga, because it'd be like, and it helps to it
softens
when you use,
and conditions your clothes with vinegar.
It does, but it also helps so that there's not soap and residue attached to your clothes, because you know how you all will have washcloths and after like 2 days they smell like underarms. If you use vinegar and baking sodas, vinegar specifically, in your laundry, you omit that because it strips all that stuff that's trapped up in your shit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It conditions your clothes and all that good stuff. Makes the fibers, softer.
I
And
can't
not
wait to
where
get
it's
a
like,
house. Y'all are gonna get all that fucking content from me.
Yeah. Yeah. Same.
It's gonna be like the
Same.
cussing organizer or some shit.
I also feel strongly about people who have this is also an Instagram issue, but on TikTok, how like those organizers, how they'll take everything out of the cart and it comes in and put it in their own organization or their spice thing.
Okay.
And that bothers me a lot because they never write down the expiration date on things.
That is
because
importante.
Spices expire.
Yes.
Spices expire, Black people
They do.
and other brown people who
Brown.
season.
Yeah, but
'Cause let's
they on BPOC, all of y'all.
Yeah, everybody who uses seasoning, shit expires, friends.
Yeah.
So does makeup too. So look, but yeah, that bothers me because I'm like, everything is I think it's weird that you're taking out things out of the thing to put them in another container just so they're aesthetically pleasing.
Well. With certain things, I don't like rice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a big ass bag. Like, of course you can put that in like a thing.
But I hate when people take like Tide Pods and then put them in this thing. Like, bitch,
And that
just
glass
put the
thing that they all
fucking
ordered.
Tide Pod thing up there and make sure your shelf is accessible and clean. Like, what's the problem?
Yeah, it's
Which-
weird. But
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, I had saw this TikTok and actually it was this video that I saw. I'm gonna bring up that they did basically it's TikTok recipes and she put like a whole bunch of shit on it that she shouldn't have, and the whole thing she was using seasonings with them stupid labels with sans serif on them, and I was like, so how long,
Sans serif.
like it's all that font, you know what I mean? It's
heard it.
that gentrification font. You know, the ones I tell you all
It's
the time
that
that
Comic
the numbers,
Sans adjacent.
yeah, that like they do on numbers on gentrified buildings.
Yeah.
Is that font?
Yeah, I hate it. Well, they have the 9.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But anywho, it's your turn.
I feel very passionately about the question / phrase, what's wrong with you? I feel like it is a perfect phrase, and it applies to so many things. And I'm not sure if it's problematic or not. But I don't care because it applies to so many people who do so many stupid things. What's wrong with you? It's just a perfect question, honestly.
It's also a great statement.
Yeah. Yes, it is. It could have a question mark or a period or an
Yeah, 'cause
exclamation mark.
Yeah, because you don't necessarily want to know all the time what's wrong with them. Sometimes it needs to be a verbal shake up. Like what is
Yeah.
wrong with
What's
you?
wrong with you? You know?
Oh, I agree. I strongly agree. Yeah.
What you got?
Open face sandwiches. I don't understand them. I think it is dumb. You're just putting shit on bread. Like, commit to the sandwich. You know what I mean?
Okay, so question for you. Is a tostada an open face sandwich?
It's a tostada.
No, I'm applying your fucking logic to you, Mr. Is chili soup? Is cereal cold soup or whatever, breakfast soup or whatever the fuck? No, you have to answer the question. Is a tostada an open face sandwich?
Well, I'd have to ask you, do you believe a taco is a sandwich?
Okay, so
Yeah, so you have to answer, do you believe if tacos are sandwiches? Because that would answer your question.
no, but quesadillas are.
And there you have it. So therefore, no, tostadas are not open face sandwiches.
All right, go back. So you hate avocado toast.
First of all, avocado toast is... I hate that too because of how it's...
Ah! sometimes I just yell. Ah! With it, I do it as it drives by. Sometimes I bow keep, sometimes I just yell. Okay, what were you saying? That's I have a strong opinion about yelling randomly. I think it's therapeutic.
That's fair. I forgot what I was gonna say.
Wait, hold on. No, hold on. Tacos. Oh, avocado toast.
Oh, right. I have an issue because the way it's presented. Because if you're telling me in my head, well, what is presented is avocado on toast. It is
How is
not
that different than
avocado
how
toast.
is that different than an open faced sandwich?
Oh, I'm not denying that it's not an open face salad. I don't even eat avocado toast. I think
Okay.
that's weird. But my point is,
A really good one with some smoked salmon and tomato.
that's an open face sandwich.
And you don't believe in that.
No.
So I have to put a piece of bread on top for it to be palatable to you.
I think I needs to be on another piece of bread for it to make sense to me. Because now I'm eating an open face sandwich with like a fork and knife. That's not a sandwich. You don't eat sandwiches with forks and knives.
But aren't you the same nigga who used to take the top bun off your burger?
No. And if
Yes,
I did,
huh?
it's
When you
because-
did when
if
you
I
did
it's
one of the
because I was on a
diets.
diet.
Yeah, but it's still an open face sandwich. You made it an open face sandwich, so you went
And I
against
wasn't
your own
successful
personal
at the
principles.
diet. I wasn't successful at the diet because I thought it was dumb. No bread, nigga. That's weird. That's like when people have like go to, and this is big here in LA. How they'll have breadless burgers and they'll have it wrapped in
I
lettuce.
fucking hate that.
And I'm like, honestly, it's just not meant for you to eat it, baby. Like, it's just not. You
The
know
only
what
thing I
mean?
want
Like,
wrapped in lettuce is Asian style chicken. I don't want no burger and no fucking cheese and whatever else accoutrement wrapped up in a piece of lettuce.
Because if that's the case, put it in a bowl and give me a dressing to go with it.
No, because then who the fuck wants to eat fucking ground beef cheese bowls? What?
I know. Yeah. It's odd. I
Just
know.
don't eat burgers or fucking eat burgers. And I don't care what kind of burgers they are. Meatless, full of meat as such as myself, half meat, turkey, salmon, whatever the fuck, nigga. Just eat the goddamn burger.
Yeah. But to my point, avocado toast should be avocado mixed in with the bread and toasted so you have avocado, like a zucchini loaf, which is delicious, by the way.
I do love zucchini bread.
Yeah, but my thing is that's not zucchini on bread.
Oh, hold
That's
on.
zucchini
Love?
bread. And if
I have to make sure it wasn't a murder.
yeah, fair. You know, if you had zucchini bread, like if you toasted it, it would be zucchini toast, right? Or toasted zucchini bread.
Yes.
But it's not zucchini on bread. So my thing is that's avocado toast is avocado on bread, on toasted bread. It's not avocado toast. Like you have to do something in order to make it toast. Like when you're French toast, right? It has to you're coating it in a thing and you're transforming the bread into something else. You're not transforming the bread with avocado toast.
No,
you're
what
just
do you-
putting shit on bread.
No, you're transforming it.
How
How is not putting shit on bread not transforming it?
you're not transforming compared to what you're doing to zucchini bread or
But that's different.
Or,
That's like a sweet loaf.
I know, but okay, but that's my thing. Zucchini
It's literally not the same.
you're putting things on avocado. You're putting avocado on bread. That doesn't make it avocado
No, you have
toast.
to add
It means-
other accoutrement.
But the basis is avocado, right?
Yes, with
On toasted bread. So therefore it is match avocado on toast. It does not make avocado toast. Avocado toast to me is if you had avocado mixed in with the dough or something and you made it and then you
No.
toasted it. Or you did something like French toast or something
No,
and
no.
you treated it and you transformed the bread.
That's literally not the same thing at all.
Listen, not every one of us went to culinary school.
That
Okay?
has
It may not
nothing to
make
do
sense.
with it, nigga. Don't. You see, every
Ask your husband.
episode.
He's right there. He's right there. Ask your husband.
Ask him what?
Ask him, does he think that avocado... First of all, does he believe in open-faced sandwiches? Because that's...
My love, do you believe in open face sandwiches?
What's that?
A sandwich that don't have a top piece of bread.
You know what? I'm not even gonna lie, and only because I try not to eat too much bread. I'll
but
Well,
I just...
his opinion does not count right now because I just talk shit about people who take the top piece of bread off their sandwiches. Right before you came in. Like, damn, I literally... No, actually, that was more about burgers because I don't mind an open face sandwich sometimes. Because sometimes, let me tell you, sometimes I eat an open bottom sandwich. Mm-hmm.
Pause.
It's a sandwich that likes to receive. So it's essentially it's essentially a sandwich where the bottom part gets too soggy, and so you have to remove that piece of bread, and so therefore you got to flip the shit over and eat it with the top piece because the bottom piece is too soggy.
So a salad with wet croutons.
What? No. No.
Because
It's not what I said at all.
because you're turning the contents over, and your sandwiches come with a bunch of accoutrements.
Yeah, they
It's
do.
got lettuce, tomato, peppers, and all that good stuff, meats and various cheeses, all melanged and menaged up into what would be a salad of sorts. However, you took the bottom portion of the bread off, so therefore it's like a big gigantic crouton on the top of your salad. You see,
No.
open-faced sandwiches do not make sense.
Because then that would entail that I have a lot of lettuce.
But salads don't make salad. Lettuce is not a salad. Doesn't make a salad, or vice versa.
You are right about that. However, it is
See?
not a fucking salad. It is an open bottom sandwich.
Okay. What else do you feel strongly about? Because this is a stalemate, and we're not going to go anywhere. I feel strongly that avocado toast is not. Yeah. What else you got?
Personal weed setups. Feel very strongly about that. Feel like every person has their preferences for how they like to consume and or roll up. And I feel like you should just allow people those preferences, and everybody is allowed to have that very specific way that they like to roll up.
I agree. I
Yes.
agree. I've realized that although I don't do it much, that nigga can roll.
Yeah.
I do find that sometimes it's very therapeutic for people to do it. You know, like to do those, like the roller practices or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of times it doesn't even have, like, yes, the drug itself or THC, fine, sure, but it's the practice of rolling, and it's you be meticulous, and then even the breathing technique. Like there's so much more to smoking than just getting high.
Right. It's not. It's like it's more spiritual than that. That is why I carry my personalized Crown Royal bag everywhere that I go, with my setup to go with me. That way, my things are always with me. I don't have to go home to be with them.
That's valid.
Yeah. It has a tray, a mini tray. It has a little pair of scissors. It has a mini grinder. It has, my leaves. It has, my herbs in it. It has my Metro card, for the scrape, because I just don't want to be finding random items to be rolling up on. I like to have my things with me.
That's valid.
Yeah.
That's valid.
I want to feel comfortable no matter where I am when I choose to imbibe.
I appreciate that. Um, my next one is Anglophiles. Speaking like
Michelle
people who are
Visage.
obsessed with like British culture, and, and it's like
Just say
especially when
you
you're
hate
American.
niggas.
Not to disparage our friends over in the UK. That's not what this is
Oh,
about.
no.
This is Americans who have a weird obsession with the royal family, honestly. Like, and I'm always like, why are you
Why?
obsessed with the team that lost? But, that's just a historical thing for me.
This
That's like,
this is what I'm trying to
why would you wanna,
say.
like-
Just say you're a racist. You're obsessed with
yeah, like, they lost.
really the Osiris's of this.
That's like people who want to celebrate the Confederate. And I'm always like, so y'all just want to support the losing team? That's so whack.
Just say
Like, they lost.
you want
Let
to
it go.
instill slavery again.
Yeah. Like, it's fine. You can say it with your chest. It's okay. But yeah, I don't like Anglophiles are so weird. Or like, are people who are invested in like a whole nother culture because they make you feel better, that they make themselves feel like they're holier than thou or better than you. Like, oh, I know this because I read this on Emerson and Carta or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? It's like, girl, we got all that the same too. Like, fuck you. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Your turn. I have more if you need more time.
Lima beans.
Oh my gosh, my next one was peas. But yes.
Lima beans. I only
Why
have
don't
one
you
friend
like
who
lima
feels
beans? I like-
much more strongly than I do about the hate of lima beans because that came out this weekend when I accused her of liking lima beans and she viscerally responded to me. It was
Like, what's your gripe about lima beans? I'm curious.
they're awful.
I'm ambivalent
They're the worst
either way.
bean ever
I'm more
made.
of a butter bean
They're
myself.
mealy. They're
They taste
just
like they're coated in flour.
yeah.
or
I don't like,
cornstarch.
but not in a good way. They're just like I don't. Oh, they're nasty. They're just nasty. And then and they don't even have good flavor for them to have that terrible texture. And like and that bitch tried to cook Plies some lima beans after the club that time. 4 a.m. She did.
Yeah, you got to be a specific type of person to cook a lima bean. Like, you have to have like a big mama. Like,
Yeah, but
or
even
you
then,
have,
like
a mima. Like, I don't know. Like, lima beans, I guess. I never.
yuck.
I guess it's kind of like how I feel about peas. Like, peas are only good for like if you get hurt and you need a bag of frozen peas and like you put it on your back. Great. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you sore, it's wonderful.
But what's your beef with peas? Because they don't even have a weird consistency or.
Yes, they do. They smell like baby shit. They smell like baby shit. They taste funny. They're little like pellets of awfulness. Don't get me even started on capers, which is pickled peas. And
You don't like capers?
pickled peas.
I love capers.
Peas also. That's why I hate Beyond Meat, because it's
Oh!
pea protein,
Oh.
and when you shit, you smell like peas. It's
No.
so disgusting.
I told you about that time I had to make those vegan chopped cheeses. And my fucking hands smelled like peas for days. It was the worst thing in the world.
Pea protein. It is so gross. It's they're only good for, to apply a tourniquet. Like, otherwise, consumption,
fried rice?
absolutely not. I am one of the niggas that ask for no vegetables in their fried rice.
Aw. You asked for no onions
Because-
and fried rice?
Yes, because I say no vegetables, period, because they always try to sneak peas in there. So I've learned to just just omit the shit altogether.
You can't sneak peas.
They do. They try. I viscerally hate peas. Like, I hated them as a child. I think, and you know how like people used to just overcook their vegetables anyway, and so sometimes canned peas, they end up being gray. Like it's just, which is odd because I actually like split pea soup, but I think that's just because of the ham.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just it's weird. I don't really care for the color. It's a weird green. You know.
Okay.
I didn't care for sweet pea at Bath and Body Works. Like me and peas are just I don't like it in a box. I don't like it in a pot or with a pot.
You and Noah. I feel passionately about the creation of sweet potato fries, and it's one of those things that took a while to, like, it took a while for me to realize that I really hated the creation of sweet potato fries. It wasn't necessary.
No.
And while I love sweet potatoes in so many forms, and I don't even hate sweet potato fries, I hate I feel like y'all gentrified fries.
Yeah. And what puzzles me about sweet potato fries is that I don't know what to do with them. Do you salt them? Do you put do you put ketchup on them? Like how do you use them? I don't.
But it doesn't hit the same. It don't hit the same as a potato fucking fry. And I just feel like y'all love remixing shit.
Yeah, love it. Like now they have avocado fries, which is
please get the
deep fried frozen avocado.
And I love a fried avocado, and I love an avocado, and I don't want it as a fry. Give me a fry that is a motherfucking fry. Okay, I'm very Republican about my fries. But
yeah, I like my beer cold, my TV loud, and my fries potatoes.
That's it.
Period.
So I just didn't. I think it was a very unnecessary creation, and sweet potato tater tots are even worse.
Yeah, tater tots in general. But yes,
no, I like a tater tot.
I like tater tots too, but not all can be created equal.
No, they cannot. Because what y'all are not gonna do, you fucking hipster ass restaurants. This is what. See, okay, you want to know something I feel passionately about? Calling things that they not. So there's a hipster restaurant that I used to love. I used to frequent it for breakfast. It was one of my favorite spots. But my biggest pet peeve with them, this is why I said you can be critical of your favorites and still impart constructive criticism or not like every single thing that they do. This particular restaurant had not hush puppies. What's the shit called? What did we just say? It wasn't a tater tot though. It was like a croquette. I can't remember how they called it.
Like a potato croquette?
Maybe it was. No, actually it was a hash brown. But do you know what it was a hash brown, but you know what it entailed?
Huh.
It was like arancette, the rice balls. But it was potato. So it was a fried potato ball where the inside of it was mashed potatoes. So essentially they took mashed potato balls.
Oh, they mashed
breaded
potatoes
them,
breaded, put
and
cheese.
fried them.
I do that at home.
Yes, but that is not a fucking hash brown. So don't call it that, because when I order it and I get mashed potato balls, I'm going to be pissed off when I was expecting hash browns. When you call things, they've got to be that.
Yeah. No, I agree. That's very misleading.
Yes.
Because not everybody's into that.
No. That's like that time we went to this little restaurant and I had this delicious papaya salad. These niggas didn't put anywhere on the menu that it had baby shrimp in it. Baby shrimp. And Tristan is allergic to shrimp. And guess who got all in that papaya salad?
Did his face start blow up or anything?
His lip started to blow up.
Oh my god!
Exactly.
Is he one of those like he has to carry the EpiPen around?
No.
But you guys don't go to places that have.
No, he's not that sensitive. Like the crazy thing is he can eat crab and lobster. He just can't eat shrimp or crawfish.
Oh.
Yeah. So he can eat, and if it's fried in the same oil, like it's not that big. It's not that. But if he consumes it, his lips will swell up.
I mean, it still shouldn't something like that's wild. You shouldn't warn people about that.
Exactly. You can't just surprise niggas with shrimp. Like,
especially baby shrimp.
Right. We've got to call things. Because my homegirl's daddy has you want to learn about an interesting allergy? My homegirl's daddy has a shrimp allergy, but found that he can eat fresh shrimp. So he can eat fresh shrimp, but he cannot eat shrimp that's been frozen, because once it's been frozen, it freezes some sort of enzyme or something that triggers those allergies for a lot of shrimp people. But he can't eat fresh shrimp because he lives in Florida, so he gets shrimp from the Gulf.
That's so interesting.
Right?
And I also wonder, like, people who are allergic to shrimp or shellfish, is it only native to that area that you're from? Like, say, for example, like your husband from Trinidad and Tobago, would he be allergic to shrimp if you guys went to France or something? You get what I mean? Like, is it just that particular species, or is it environmental?
See, that's the problem. A lot of niggas are not adventurous enough. And so they won't test it out. Because you know me, if I develop an allergy, I want to know that I am on the edge of glory before I won't eat it anymore. Like, I'm like, well, let's just test these limits. Somebody keep that EpiPen and a bottle of Benadryl, because I'm about to test this out. But, you know, a nigga like that, I one time I was like, well, why don't we just, he was like, how about I'm cool. I've never eaten it, and I've eaten it once and I'm good. And I was like, but don't you want to try? My sister beat her shrimp allergy.
Listen, I'd be doing the same thing here. Lately I've been ordering shrimp, and he ain't been having a reaction, so I'm like, huh.
See, but you got to be careful with that, because I told you about that time when he told me he was allergic to shrimp, and I tried to give him crawfish, and that's when I was like, "Oop, lesson learned."
Oh no, I'm not gonna feed it to him. I'm just trying to incorporate it back into my diet.
Oh yeah.
You know, I just removed it completely. Because remember when we did that mukbang and he almost died?
He was dying. Yeah, he was dying.
Yeah. So now I'm like, oh, really?
We were in a room eating shrimp and crab. He was filming. It was like, oh my God, I can't breathe.
Yeah.
It's funny because he's alive.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good times. Mm-hmm. Let's see. What's on my list? Oh, American cheese.
Not even on an American style smashed burger?
No. Listen, American cheese has microchips in it.
Okay, but so do M&M's. Do you eat those?
I sure did. But
exactly.
I think I just had
Not you literally having a wrapper right there. Oh God.
Listen, I buy candy by the bulk sometimes because when I'm anxious, I like to eat candy.
Okay, so when I
habit,
want
but
an
it's
American
what I do.
style smashed griddled burger, it's got
not
to have
judging you.
American cheese on it. You don't like that?
I'm not. No, because American cheese is. There's no flavor. There's no. It melts wax a little too waxy for your girl. It's just.
It's the joy.
It's just not for me, man. It's just, even, you know, when I eat at McDonald's and I know they use they use their own version of American cheese. I'm sure it's even more poisonous than what I consume of American cheese, but it's fine. It's just.
But
like
you
when
eat
I used to get
Rotel
bacon,
Dip.
egg, and cheese, I do not.
Yes,
I have
you
in the past.
do.
I have in the past. I don't eat it anymore.
But it's in you.
Well, yeah, but it's been 7 years. Velveeta passes by then. Because how long do you think Velveeta stays in your system? Like 5 to 6 years?
I'm not going to play that game.
Fine, I'll give you another one that I feel passionately about. People who, oh no, this is for everybody, but the concept of currency is weird to me. Like, who decides, like, this is worth this amount of something? Like, who as a society, as a people, decided, like, this is worth something? So this thought came to me where there's like this sound reel and that's going off like, pay people what you're worth. I'm not expensive. You're just conform to society's views of capitalism and blah 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 because you can get it cheaper made from big box or whatever. Which, yes, true. But I'm also like, who is this like? I'm gonna give you X amount of these coins for this service or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like who put the dollar amount on your worth of goods and services? Like there are people who, and I'm sure people who thought I was, I overcharge for services stuff, but I'm also like, there are certain people or certain things I'm like, why is this expensive? For example, luxury goods and handbags and stuff like that. So I'm like, why is this bag like $2,000? Like, it's leather. We can go to Mood and make the same thing. You know what I mean? Like, and there's one thing about the cost of labor, sure, but it's just like, how did we get here?
The
like,
clotted cream people.
Yeah.
The
As
cave
Dr. Winder says, moral monsters.
Cave dwellers. Fucking. The boiled chicken brigade.
I don't know. We had currency in Africa too now.
Yeah, we did. And well, listen, we ain't innocent.
But
we're not talking about that right now.
Yeah. It's just so interesting. Like, wow, I went to the store and I paid $3 for a bottle of Essentia. Why is it this way? Like, who decided this? Like, because it's all arbitrary, right? Or even like bank, right? When's the last time you physically touched money?
On Saturday.
Well, yes, because of that's the modality of which your point of sale, right? But before that, like, how often do you touch money now? It's only just a number that you see on your screen. Oh, I sound like B.O.B. Like, it's only just a number that you're on your screen.
All right, Earth is flat ass nigga.
No, but think about it. It's just like this concept of these numbers on your screen that's like, yes, I have money, but it's like, do I really have it? This is just something that
money is a construct. That's why we've got to go back to the natural order of things and put that shit in our closets.
Mm-hmm. Silver and barter. We need to barter more as a people.
I love a barter.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Or even just an ecosystem of just buying and spending and creating within the community. Let's do more of that.
I agree.
I'm about to become me a never mind, I'm not.
Oh, no.
You already know which direction I was going with that, and I won't.
Let's do one more and we'll be good for today.
White tongues. I feel real passionately about white tongues.
Ever since you told me that about Drag Race, I've been noticing on reality TV the amount of white tongues, and I'm like, is it because you film all day?
Perhaps.
It's like,
because
like,
listen, it happens. Like, the thing about it is, fun, interesting fact, gross. When I used to go get acupuncture every week, I would get it at the Chinese School of Medicine. And so these are people who are studying acupuncture along with very seasoned doctors as well. And so they would ask you to come in, I think the first time. No, every time, actually. They ask you to come in with a slightly white tongue, which was grotesque to me, and they knew how I was going to react. They would ask you to come in with a slightly white tongue because they would take some of the film and, assess some other things that were going on with you. And also, if you've been going all day and eating and you drinking coffee and so forth and so on, like, there's that. But just go do a little brush up. Like, or just do a rinse, and then before you do stuff, just brush that tongue. I find this is problematic, but it's true. A lot of niggas do not brush their tongues well. I don't know if it's because they weren't taught or what it is, but there's just I don't know if people
it's
in
'cause
general.
it's too close to sucking dick.
My mother was very adamant about making sure that not only we brushed our teeth, but that we brushed our tongues.
Yeah. Same. And also, I had braces, and my mother was like, this shit costs too much, so you better take care of your teeth.
You take care of your motherfucking
I
mouth.
have it. but
When I lost that retainer with that homeless man,
yeah.
with that time my sister got bit in the head, my mother has never let me live that down. I think she remembers me losing my retainer from that night more than she remembers my sister getting bit in the head.
Because she spent $9 million
Yep.
on braces.
Or me and my sister got in a fight one time, and my sister had a mouth on her, okay, all her life, and I was older, so you don't want to. And I'm strong, and my mom would be like, "That mouth is gonna get you in trouble." And I remember one time I punched her square in it because I'd had enough, and the first thing out of my mother's mouth was, "I paid too much for those braces. Why did you hit her there?"
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, girl. $9 million.
Very
like, I know she
expensive.
paid
Used to be changing out our little rubber bands in the different colors.
Because, yeah, both you and your sister had braces. Oh my
That's two
gosh.
mouths. And I was
That's
one of those
college
people who had
tuition.
my daddy had braces after us.
Ooh.
Yeah.
An adult orthodontist is way more expensive.
Okay.
Oh my God.
And adult braces.
Listen, but shout out to orthodontia. I'm all, if you could afford it, get your
Yeah.
shit together.
Yeah.
You
Or, if you
Um,
want it, whatever you got to do.
Yeah. I'm trying to debate how I want to end my last one. They're all valid. I'll save the zoo because I talk about how the zoo is a horrible place in general. I do that every episode. If I
See
can.
also the aquarium.
Yeah. Is it people who say mature? I'm not gonna go with that, but that's on my list. Bowling shirts. Fashion gays who think skirts are the answer.
Wait, what? Okay.
Because if every time you
No.
meet a fashion gay, they're always named London, right?
Right, and they wear
Or
leather skinny
Samaj.
pants with a skirt over it. I know.
With a skirt, and they always think the future of fashion is with the A line.
But
It is
Raja
not.
looks sickening in her clothes.
That's because she's a drag queen.
No, I'm talking
These
about
are
when
regular-
when she's not in drag.
Oh, well, again, that's not. No. Okay, so my last one.
You're a demon.
They're all important. Women who wear pigtails. I'm telling you. TI calculators.
Why? You're not gonna shame us for our Afro puffs. You not.
Those are Afro puffs are not pigtails.
Oh, you're talking about hangies.
Yes, I'm talking.
Fair.
I'm talking Cindy from.
You're talking
Come Knock
Cindy
on Our
Brady.
Door at Three's-
Yeah.
from Three's Company.
Oh, Three's Company.
Yeah, was she in it like Cindy doing the braid thing, and then what's her face? Yeah, from
Yeah.
Brady Bunch. She did the pigtails. Grown women who do that. That's weird.
Okay, that's real.
Afro puffs are very different.
Yeah. Yes.
All that is just splitting an afro. Anyway, yeah, it's very different. Don't ask me how it's different, but it's very.
But
different.
it just is.
Yeah. Okay, so I think my last one, it's a tie between bowling shirts and this one, because I think bowling shirts are for people. You know how I feel about Terry Crews.
Okay, it depends on how you're wearing it.
Like Chandler Bing shirts are so like let him go.
Yes, those.
Like,
Yes. I don't trust your spirit.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
you still listen to Sugar Ray
Yeah.
and stuff and Smash Mouth.
Yeah.
Like you can let it go. You know? Like, I know you go to Flavortown all the time. Like that's who we needed to have a strong opinion on, Guy Fieri. Like that is a whole
I have an
other-
extremely strong opinion on Guy Fieri. And I don't care if I'm in the culinary world. Guy Fieri, I told you, from the moment, you know how I tell you all the time for years that I've had another strong opinion. I have always wanted to kick Jennifer Garner. I have always wanted to smack the fucking shades off the back of Guy Fieri's head.
That's fair.
I mean, I would lick my hand and motherfucking wash that nigga from the back. I cannot stand
Yeah. I would
those.
throw rhubarb at him.
I feel passionately about anybody who wears shades on the back of their head, but you got a lot of audacity running around telling people where they should go eat and calling people shit dives, and your food tastes like sauced garbage. Like that's. And Gordon Ramsay, I feel like he hates him too.
Oh, he does.
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah.
So my last one is diet culture. Now, more specifically, I know, and this is somebody who's been on every diet in the book, but this is me denouncing of like how I'm going to work on getting in shape, but I'm not going to do a diet. I'm going to eat in moderation like we're supposed to do as regular people, right?
Okay.
But the reason why I say this is because I'm on TikTok a lot for recipes, just because sometimes through all the bullshit, you do find some really cool stuff on there. And I learned a lot about coffee. There's a great coffee page. Send it to you. I learned a lot.
Yeah, because I have a strong opinion about TikTok food, but please continue.
Yeah, so do I. But every time I look, and on Instagram too, everything is a protein, right? Or like Jim niggas, they love buffalo everything. So it's like, I'm making this major buffalo chicken crunch wrap that has 97 grams of protein and 58 macros and only 3 net carbs. And I'm like, first of all, it's food. It's not a monster truck rally. Number 2, like, I feel like a lot of things in diet culture now are really boring. And I know that they're trying to phase it out, but, you can't solve everything with protein powder. Like...
No, or brown rice and broccoli and boiled chicken.
That's what I was telling you the other day, like how brown rice, I feel like... Why?
Oh no, nigga! I fully quit her.
White rice is brown rice is stupid. Don't try to like scam me and think just because it's natural doesn't mean it's better, nigga. Like
still agreeing.
Give me white basmati, jasmine, Thai rice. Give me. Sometimes white is right. This is the only time I'll admit that.
Right, or like how they tell you that guacamole is extra. Shut up. How they tell you guacamole is extra, and they be like brown rice $1 extra. I don't need it, nigga. So it doesn't even matter. I want the white rice. Like that's what I want.
Exactly.
Tastes better.
I don't need Jesus grains. Like, listen, I'm good.
Yeah.
Wash my rice. Strip it. Enrich it. Okay. Strip it of its nutrients. It's rice, nigga. Like
it's rice. It's rice.
But that's all I got. Well, I have more, but I can't say them on public wax.
You have a bevy of problematic.
I didn't even get to talk about hotel toilets. No, I'll bring that one up.
Yeah, I think that's important.
I really hate the fact that hotels do not invest in strong, confident toilets.
They're pussy toilet seats.
Yes, they need to be. They are not built for people with ample backsides. They're not built for people, for practicing homosexuals, if you know what I mean.
Or big butts.
Yeah.
Like I be feeling, and then or people who like don't tighten their toilet seats. It don't take a lot to tighten your toilet seat. And like you go and they toilet seat be wiggling, shifting. Like it don't take that much to just like give it a fucking thing. I hate a shifty ass toilet. I hate it. I hate a shifty nigga and a shifty toilet sheet.
I agree.
Yeah.
But that's all I got for this week. Yeah. Remember that we are off for a couple weeks, and so we'll be back in September.
Yeah.
But continue to support the show because there'll still be good things going on, and support the ads and all this stuff, and on Patreon we got y'all. We know that we talked,
we chatted.
Yeah, but and with that being said, go over on our Patreon and see it at $9.99. And until next time, America, adios, muchachas, muchachos, and muchachin.
Bye.
Bye.